Alright, into Star Pack, we have a level 3 tier 1 cell pet plus double elk, so you know RevGT is drooling uncontrollably already. And the reason we have those pets is because we're going for a challenge in this pack, which I have done before, but way back it was extremely difficult, and I think things have probably changed a little bit in terms of difficulty for this challenge with the current version. I'm sure they're going to change again when we get the next update. But the challenge that we're going for is to try and win with an entire team of pets that are not from Star Pack. So if you just think about the standard Star Pack units that we have access to, we've got a platypus, which can spawn a duck and a beaver. And there is one in the shop. We've got anteater, which can produce a 1/1 ant. And then we've also got orca, which can produce a faint pet from anywhere in the game. So it could be from any of the other packs, but it can also be from the custom exclusives. The only downside with orca is that when you pill it, or when you faint it with mantis, you can actually end up just getting a Star Pack pet. And it's really just a case of luck. I've had runs of this in the past where I fainted 4 or 5 orcas and it just kept giving me units like Dove. I think Sabertooth is now a faint pet as well. And actually Sabertooth is another unit that we can use because it, as a faint pet, it now can produce a mammoth in the shop. So although Orca can produce mammoth, we can guarantee find one via Sabertooth. So unsurprisingly, we're going to have to set up with Starfish to try and make this work. And we do have a level 3 cell unit already. However, it only has 9 attack, and we really want the Starfish cell to be boosted if the unit's attack is 10 or more. So I think I'm going to wait until I can find fried shrimp or something in the shop to boost the attack on the marmoset before I actually sell it. And you can see I'm taking a long time thinking about this, and we are just going to combine the Starfish in the end. You could run them separately, but I wouldn't really be buffing many units that I actually care to keep anyway at this stage. Now we end up facing a T-Disc here, doing something very, very similar. And it looks like we are actually going to tie. Oh no, we're going to win by 1 HP. Very nice to see that. Unusual seaweed at the back there. So we take the level up on the Starfish, we get a Sabertooth. And since we saved the free pill, we can get our first non-star unit here. I think I'm going to do it. Or maybe I'm actually going to pill the elk. I'm not sure how much gold the marmoset has stocked up at this point. Yeah, we could just get rid of the toad, I think, and bring in the Sabertooth to get the mammoth. Yep, eventually I'm going to do it. It's strange how I'm being incredibly tentative in this run for some reason. So there we go, we get the mammoth. It's only going to be a 2/3 because the Sabertooth didn't take any hits. And then probably I should be using the lollipop here to swap the stats on the marmoset and then just selling it now. So although we're only buffing 1 unit at this stage, we don't really have an option. We need to get the gold from the elk before we can get this platypus up to level 3 and do some more selling. So now we get the level 2, we can buy sell the bass, and actually we end up getting the level 3 platypus in one go. And there is the orca. Now the problem here is we need to find another pill bug in order to faint this orca. Although I think maybe because I need to fill the whole team up, I might actually go for a level 2 orca first before pilling. And that's probably why we're going to keep the elk for a while, I think, and allow it to buff up the platypus. Now I am being quite tentative here, and I think that's probably because Starfish is just one of those units that's very easy to make a mistake with. And I'm sure I've also had runs recently where I was rolling for Pillbug and I ended up missing one. And so we have quite a long shop phase here where I'm really taking my time. But now we get the second level 2 Starfish, and I think I will just combine them sooner or later because the only thing that they can buff at the moment is the mammoth. All the other stats would end up being wasted on the elk and the other Starfish. So yeah, we're just going to roll down looking for that pill bug. And I guess also orca as well. And it doesn't look like we're going to find it. I think I'm going to take the pepper on the mammoth, because very soon when we do the big sell, the mammoth stats are going to balloon up to a point where having pepper is a bit more meaningful. So luckily here we face a fairly weak looking team for turn 11, and we are going to scrape a tie. And I think going for this ties definitely do feel like wins. So we end up getting the pill bug here. And I think what I'm going to do is actually combine... Oh, am I just going to sell the elk? I could be... Yeah, obviously you can pill elk to get more gold, but then you could end up wasting a whole turn rolling to find another pill bug. So we're just going to pill the orca now. And we end up getting a cricket. So definitely a bit of a pack 1 theme going on here. And we'll sell the platypus now. We really need an injection of stats now that we've sold some of our bigger units. So, yep, we get the plus 9/9 onto everything. And then I think we're going to sell the duck as well, because we don't want to have a team that has 3 tier 1s. Now, actually here, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in another starfish, because we're going to have to sell the level 3 starfish at some point. So we might as well get additional buffs from it. And actually here, I think I probably should have just sold the starfish now so that I could bring the orca into the team and not freeze roll so much. Yeah, is that what's going to happen now? It's not a huge amount of extra stats, but you know, every little counts when you're going to be running units like beaver and cricket. And actually maybe here I was thinking about selling the beaver as well, but I think that's probably being a bit greedy. The fact that its stats are so high already, yeah, we should just take pepper on it and be happy, which I think is the decision I'm going to come to sooner or later. Yeah, I think we're just going to sell the starfish now, give the existing pack 1 units a buff. Okay, I'm not ready to do that yet, apparently. I do like having a mixture of equipment as well, so it would be nice to have you know, something other than just pepper on the 3 front units. And there's a pill bug, which we do need for the orca. It looks like I'm greeding for the level 2 starfish before I actually sell the level 3, which is fair enough, I guess. It's only 6 extra gold. And we end up taking the seaweed on the beaver. So it does end up transforming into another unit that is not from Star Pack, which I find quite amusing, which is the sea urchin. And this team has one of the foods that you don't get from Star Pack, which is the Yggdrasil fruit. So with the Dumbo Octopus, there's a lot of different stuff you can do in this pack now, which previously was impossible. So we roll down, we find the chocolate, we find another pill bug. So actually, we could potentially get all the units we need here by pilling these 2 orcas, although I don't think we have enough gold for it this turn. But maybe I'm actually going to go for broke and just go for the level 2 orca and just use 1 pill. I can't remember exactly what happens. But this is an extremely weak looking team here. I guess all teams tend to look very weak when you've just had an ultra strong starfish pivot. So yeah, maybe a little bit unfair to say that team was weak. At least they were playing something synergistic with the toad and the anteater. So we get another orca as well. So actually we can just buy sell the pill bug, combine the orcas together, and then we'll just keep 1 pill bug in reserve in case we get a Star Pack unit from these 2. And it ends up being Turtle and Tar. So we were 1 away from getting a full team of Turtle Pack units, which probably is the easiest thing to go for, given that Anteater and Platypus and Sabertooth all produce Pack 1 pets by default. So I think we're going to arrange here so that the Tar replaces the seaweed. Although maybe, am I going to do things the other way around? Yeah, I think we'll just have the Tar give the chili to the turtle. Very strong looking Leech Triceratops team here. The chili is actually really good in Star because, you know, being able to remove pepper is so good. But this team actually has real Velociraptor and they just give the pepper right back to the unit that lost it. So I think we'll just take any stat food we can find now. Our scaling is basically over at this point. We're only going to be getting food from here on out. But it would definitely be useful having a level 2 turtle, especially if there are, vulture, toad teams and things like that on the go. And this team has Sparrow, so not quite the same as Pepper, but I guess Chili can remove hits from Strawberry just the same. And it looks like we're just going to scrape the win as a result of the cricket spawn. So that puts us on 8. Yeah, I'm not interested in the celery there for some reason, but I am going to take the fried shrimp on the mammoth since it already has the pepper. Baguette is also extremely good, so we'll give that to the tar. Another sparrow team. Quite a lot of teams like this that have all strawberries, but the baguette does good stuff removing the strawberry from the front unit. And again, we're going to scrape a win with the pepper 1 HP left on the cricket at the end. So we get a level 2 turtle, that's a good upgrade. I'm just going to take whichever food is left here. We still have 2 hearts, so we can afford 1 more loss. And it's another sparrow team. Is that 3 in a row? The raptor gives strawberry back to the jellyfish, but then the tar just removes it with the baguette. We get the double melon, and I think we should have just about enough attack to knock out this sparrow and spawn the 1-1 cricket for the win. So it would have been nice to have some more exotic units, but nonetheless that is still a star pack victory with no star pack pets in sight.